Good afternoon. In the today's session of this machine tools and machine cutting, we'll be discussing regarding the mechanism of chip formation. Coming to the mechanism of this chip formation, it is directly depends on the parameters such as the work part material which we are choosing in the type of process. So we are aware of the different types of machining processes such as milling process, drilling, reaming, boring, etc. Upon the tool and work part mating process, need to elevate the material as per the desired geometrical conditions for the material or specimen to be obtained. The type of materials for the workpieces which is to be machined and the concerned tool material which has been utilized for removing the material by creating the friction at the surface of the work part by following the machinery parameters such as speed of the work part which is being rotated with the help of the motor and the feed rate that has been given by, by external accessing to the tool and the depth of cut considered for each revolution to be elevated. At this particular point, we need to attain the particular shape of the objects as per the vendor requirements. The elevation of this material will be leads in the form of chips. So that will be confined by the following conditions. First one is depending upon the type of material. Second one is the material and its geometry of the cutting tool and material which is having a particular cutting velocity and feed rate and depth of cut, the alignment to the machining temperature interfaces, environment of the operating conditions, and the frictional resistance to be considered, the cutting fluids, which reduces the high thermal stresses which are producing at the cutting area, nominally at the contact position of this both tool and work part material. So these are the basic steps to be examined for the types of chips to be formed. Depending upon the variation of these parameters in the working unit or the mechanism leads to attain a favorable chips and the characteristics of those chips can be obtained. Coming to the point of this chip formation, it has two surfaces. First one is the rack face, and next one is the original surface of the object. One is that in contact with respect to the tool face, which is having the burriness, that will be initial contact between the tool and the work part. Secondly, the other material, which is from the original material, that is a surface of the workpiece. Normally, the surface does not have directly in contact with respect to the tool, because it is the inner layer which will be the next contact after removing of the primary layer of the material in the form of a chips. Hence, we'll be analyzing this, the rough appearance which will be achieved at the upper layer upon removing the material. So the subsurface is nothing but after elevating the material by the tool contact or machining process, a rough surface will be aligned at the internal area, that will be calling, that roughness will be achieving due to the shearing conditions. So shearing in the sense, we know almost that due to the application of the loads in the sense here in the machining process will be considering the speed parameters, that is speed, feed, and the depth of cut. So feed plays a major role, and the depth of cut with respect to the tool maintenance causes the shearing mechanism within the process. So here, upon that particular process, will be elevating these chips in the form of four different categories. The initial one, it is discontinuous chips, continuous chips, continuous chips with the built-up edge, and the serrated chips. We'll be discussing one by one in depth. In the today's class, we have a detailed look regarding this built-up edges. So, a bulgy conditions will be getting achieved at the contact point of this tool and the work part mating section due to the oblique motion of the cutting tool with respect to the work part material. So high stresses will be induced at that particular point and leads to the high yield stresses creation. Directly, the stresses leads to the deformation up to the stage of yield point, ultimate yielding load conditions. So by crossing this Hooke's law concept, that will be having stress is directly proportional to the strain, there is an and attaining and that bulging situations will be occurred due to the high stresses inducement directly attaining at the high yield point conditions, which is yet to be rupture in condition. So coming in depth to the continuous formation of the chips, we'll be discussing one by one. In the case of this continuous chips, it is continuously occurred in the case of this ductile materials, which has monitored by the processes at different rack angles or high cutting speeds. Nominally, at this particular range, continuous, when the continuous chips has been identified, will be attaining after removing the material also on the work part will be attaining a good surface finishing without having the roughing conditions. So they have clearly specified that a good surface finishing is generally produced in the case of this continuous chips formation. And almost these are very much entertained for commencing the smooth surface finish, because if at all the rough surface finish has been approached, again the finishing process need to be performed. So it takes much time period for commencing the finishing also. So finishing process need to be considered, and later on whether the desired conditions as per the vendor requirements has been obtained or not. Indeed, to verify it, the inspection process need to. Hence, for the operation, for getting the smoothness of surface finish in the industrial sector will be having the less economical factors also by the help of this continuous chip formation. And hence this continuous chip formation came into the force for many of the operations within the industrial sector. Moving on to this continuous chips, on what confiding parameters when related to both in the case of this work part material and as well as the tool material, and the mode of operations will be achieving this continuous chips. Here is the detailed chart out. First one is the small chip thickness. There is fine feed rating will, depending upon the fine feed rating, this small chip thickness will be obtained, because only the layer rise of format, for example, that is 0.2 mm of the material to be removed, 0.3 mm of the material is getting removed. In such a way, we'll be having the confiding of this feed rate in the machining process that leads to elevate or remove the material from the parental material in the miniature head size. Hence, by utilizing the small cutting edges and large rack angle maintenance, this cutting speed maintenance, ductile work materials, or the basic sources for getting the continuous chips. This leads to a less friction between the chip tool interface through the efficient utilization of this minimum quantity of lubrication. This gives the submerging or minuting the thermal stresses which are being produced in between the tool and the work part material. So hence here the deformation of the material, how it will be existing, in what zones it will be existing. The deformation is being occurred at the tool point to the cutting forces. So the narrow shear zone will be achieved at the primary conditional strategy, and this continuous chips here, the CCC initiates the continuous chip formations. This may occur due to because of the friction which is developing a second shear zone at a tool chip interface. So initially the layer of 0.2 mm of a feed rate is getting removed, and it becomes very much thicker at the second layer zone and unable to remove, and the chip which is being elevated at the first primary layer automatically will gets weakened due to the high stresses produced by the frictional between the tool and the work part. And in this continuous chip formations, the deformation also takes place in a wide such as the primary shear zone with an curved boundaries. So curved boundaries in the sense of usually will be getting observed in the case of this drilling machine. Since the process will be getting executed related towards that, as per the boundaries, the shearing aspects will be occurred only at the uppermost layer, and the second layer will be getting stipulated with an high strength in ratio. Coming to the discontinuous of chips, this creates the irregularity in its shape at the second layer. There is an depth layers, inner layers of the work part material. So nominally the depth of cut will be very much high, but maintaining with respect to the low rack angles. But most probably these conditions will be occurred in the case of the brittle materials, to which even to the minimal load application also will be getting deformed to a maximum extent. So in such a cases, the discontinuous chips plays a role for elevating the material in a large sizes. So here the depth of cut will be very much high when compared to the continuous chip formations. So here the discontinuous is usually happening due to the following conditions. First one is the brittle workpiece materials. Second one is utilization of the low cutting or moderate or even the high cutting speeds can be utilized. And feed rate is very much high. There is depth of cuts also very much high. Maintenance of the low rack angles. Lack of the cutting fluids, nothing but lubrications. Utilization of the minimum quantity lubrication also getting migrated, and less stiffness of the machine tool creates the discontinuous kinds of chips. So the intermittent chips. Because of this, the forces which are to be injected by the tool for removing the material will be in a dampering or tampering in situations of the surface layers. So it will be slightly shears at the dampering in conditions. So for that, by that condition, the non-linear strategy or uneven conditions, peaks and lowers will be getting occurred at the surface finishing of the underneath level. So this is the primary neath level and this is the secondary level layer. And this layer will be not be having the serrated shape or else the perfect planar representation of shapes. Hence, this stiffness or rigidity of the cutting tool holder creates the discontinuous of the chips. So large chip size will not be getting obtained even by the slice pieces. So minimal with a rated discontinuous, minimal sizes only getting occurred. Coming to this serrated kind of chips, These are the semi-continuous chips. So there will be the intermittent connectivity with a minimal shears. So see here, higher shear strain zone, which is occurring in between the one chip to another chip. So discontinuity is being happening, but not to a high yield range as it has been occurred in the discontinuous range. So when the tool has been moving for the MRR condition, material removal condition, which will be utilizing by the minimum quantity of lubricants at the high speeds. So temperature will be nominally producing by the utilization of this cutting fluids. The temperature stresses at the pointal contact of this both tool and the work part material will be getting decreased, and at a high range, when the temperature stresses has been crossed beyond the limitations than the plasticity range, moving on to the high yielding point, that is high shear zone conditions, automatically at that only at that particular zone or instant zone, the material will be getting to its shear in ratio, and later on, by the utilization of this MQL process will be decreasing. So hence, the remaining zone area almost all will be existing with respect to the low shear strain conditions. Hence, at this particular range, the surface finishing also will be somewhat better when compared to the discontinuous kinds of chips, but will not be compatible with respect to the continuous chip formations. So build-up edges are also formed due to the high working speed ratios, machining conditions, feed rates, and high depth of cuts will be seen here, increasing in the cutting speeds, depth of cuts decreasing very much, and increasing in the rack angles, nothing but accelerating maintenance. And due to that, the over bulging situations will be occurred that we'll be calling as a build-up edges, as we have been discussed in depth in the yesterday's class. So these are the types of build-up edges: positive edge, negative edge, and the flat type, and the effects related towards the build-up edge formations. Formation of these built-up edges causes the several harmful effects that we'll be discussing one by one. The changes in the rack angle at the tool tip, which increases in its cutting forces, and if the cutting forces has been increased, high power consumption will be taken place, because the frictional forces will be very much high if the cutting force has been increased. So the depth of cut will be increasing. Hence, the external stresses are inducing on the work part material. Hence, this work part material is holding by the chunk of the machinery. That chunk is rotating with respect to the arbor. Arbor is in connectivity with respect to the motor. Hence, the motor RPM will be getting decreased. So, in order to, when the RPM has been decreased due to the externally applied load by the tool, automatically the speed will be getting decreased, the cutting speed will be getting decreased. So in order to compensate the speed ratios, for example, if the process need to be commenced at a range of 200 rpm, so for 0.5 mm of cutting feed rate or depth of cut, if the cutting forces has been increased, feed rates has been increased, then automatically 0.2 to 0.3, then the frictional forces will be very much high. So the stresses, thermal stresses will be reduced by the addition of lubricants. It's okay at the point of contact of this tool and the work part. But for this RPM, due to the frictional forces development, RPM of the spindle speed or the spindle speed will be getting reduced from 200 to 160 or 180 like that. So indeed to compensate the cutting speed, again bringing back to the original RPM by increasing from 160 to 200. Additional power supply has to be utilized for increasing the speed. So nothing but increasing of the resistance for increasing the RPM of the motor. Hence, this power consumption is the concept. The first one, this power consumption is the concept, that increasing of its power consumption. Since in such a way, the electrical power supply will be utilized by increasing in strategy. Next, the surface finishing will be getting deteriorated by the elevation of this build-up edges, because rough surfaces will be getting formed and serrates will be increasing, and the depth layer also will be getting affected, and by the inspection test process of liquid penetrant test, it will be very much clear with the color pigment orientation. And even the processing by the tool, when it is in contact with respect to the work part material, the tool life will be getting affected if this situations has been taken place. And even if the high stresses has been attained back to the tool, then tool also will be getting affected. That is, work creations will be getting affected. Due to the repeated loadings, work conditions will be taking place. So occasionally, formation of thin flat type of this build-up edges will reduce the tool wear conditions and even the rack angles also. So that is one of the remedy, the effect reducing. Nothing but more rack angles cannot be utilized by this condition when compared to the previous two different processes. That is continuous process, discontinuous process, serration process, and the finally in this particular process, build-up edge creativity will be very much high in addition. Next, one more the effect towards this is the repeated formations and dislodgements of this particular built-up edges will cause the fluctuation in cutting forces. So fluctuations in the sense, as we have been discussed, that it leads to an incremental in the stresses upon the repeated conditions and creates the high vibrational factors also. So due to this high vibrational factors, one thing it is, more amount of stresses will be produced to the work part from the external source that will be directly in contact with respect to the tool bit. And the second thing it is, according to our Newton's third law concept, stresses or the force, it is oppositely again returned back towards the source position. The forces which the tool is being applied on the work part also will be reflected back to the tool again. So repeatedly this condition, if this condition has been happened, then automatically the strength or the tool life also will be getting affected. Most probably in n number of jobs, when you have been considered this milling machine, a drilling process, a reaming process, this conditional strategy plays a major role and affecting with respect to the tool itself. So majorly the affected part is the tool. And work part, it automatically finishes its build-up edges and removing of the material from the parental zone, from the parental material, and small chips with a continuous or discontinuous, and creates this high build-up edges, and this will tends to reflect back at this build-up edges where the excess material upon bulging is getting removed will be reflected back to the tool. Hence, the basic conspiracy here it is the tool majorly will be getting affected. So the tip of the tool will be getting the serrated condition and will be decreasing in its strength agitation and getting the high fluctuation in the working agitation also. This leads to an imperfecting of finishing, surface finishing. These are the effects caused in the build up edge formations. So the mechanism conditions in depthly will be discussing in the next class.